Hello, my name is Anna Romanenko, and today we are going to talk about the Neurographica pattern. Neurographica pattern is a knot of conjoined line that is created by rounding the intersections of the lines. So, for example, we'll have two neurolines. And wherever they crossing each other, they usually create four angles. Traditionally, angles represent challenging situations, arguing, stress, danger. They represent in some claws, teeth, knives, arrows. So they have this sense of danger and challenge. We want them to be more safe, feel safe, and whatever is safe feels beautiful. And to do it, we will have to learn how to round this intersections, these angles. So, for example, this angle looks like a letter V, and we want it to look like a letter U. So we start with one line and we color what does not belongs to you. And here we have this white angle and we round it. Another description I can offer you, like if you drive on one road and you want to turn on a side road, before the intersection you slow down and you start turning before the intersection, the real intersection. So you have this smooth curve. And let's show one more time. Okay, one more line. And I start like I drive this road and I want to turn to this one. Whatever does not belongs, we just color. And we drive this and we turn. And we repeat it as many times as we have angles. So now we have this Neurographica pattern, and the pattern enables the parts to be woven in a whole, thus integrating the meanings and harmonizing the space of the composition. Like we want everything be connected. And in our subconscious mind, each line represents a thought or some association, some kind of process, and some of them don't even belong in the same level. They could be in two different levels. So, for example, like this. But by connecting them, we're creating a pattern, a knot, and we may connect two different associations to create a new meaning. So, and we just round it. Probably it sounds like very complicated, but at the end you will have this very safe drawing, and it may look silly, but we actually changing the way we are thinking, the way we are acting and reacting to the world. So practice it just do as many as you want. It's actually like art meditation. This rounding gives you sense of peace, sense of safety. If you have many angles at the beginning, it may look overwhelming. But if you add those angles at the beginning one by one or by four, it will have you feel safer and not so overwhelmed. You may use a different tools, like instead of Sharpie fine point, you may use this is Uniball pen, black, and you can do need a line, and I have this intersection that I want to round. I prefer to have lines a little bit thicker, and for rounding I use a thinner Sharpie or thinner pen because it gives me a sense of control over rounding. Why do we round? Because circle represents safety. It represents, the circle is a symbol of wholeness, harmony, perfection, energy. It may represent divinity. It may represent light. We can do near lines. Okay. So practice. This is one of the most important steps that you need to learn to be able to do Neurographica. How to do rounding. And if you don't do it perfectly at the beginning, like just practice. I've seen that people start doing, it's very hard for them to do rounding. For some people, it's very hard even recognize angles. People who lived in traumatizing situations, like, will not even see. They really could be blind to angles. In this case, you may ask somebody, could you show me if I have any angles, any corners on my drawing? Usually people, even healthy people at the beginning and happy people at the beginning, don't see about 10% of the corners. We don't see what is the conflict is. So it's a good, but it's not just the goal to see them, it's goal to recognize them and transform in peaceful and harmonious situation. So it's not my goal to teach you to recognize what the conflicts are if you don't have a tool how to deal with them. There is a reason why you didn't see them before. There is nothing wrong with that. It's your reaction, your brain reacted to protect you. But now if you feel safe and ready to move forward in order to really change your life, you may practice this simple exercise. if you have a very spiky angles on your lines, narrow lines, you may round them, or you can just do another line, continue line from that spike and round the intersection. Okay, so this is what I'm teaching you. So if you have a question, feel free to contact me. For example, this is a spiky and I want to round it. And because this is a small area, I can do like U-turn here. And I just color what does not belong to this U-turn. Wants to be everything rounded, you can even this one. I can do it for hours. It's actually, some of my clients said that it's the only meditation they can do, just keep rounding those corners. And if you still have your practice, narrow line practice page, you can go back and round all those corners. Example like this, and if it will be not enough, you may add more lines. Yeah, this was only 2 intersections. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or contact me directly. Thank you.